Today let's talk about ticagrelor alone versus ticagrelor plus aspirin from month 1 to month 12 after percutaneous coronary intervention in patients with acute coronary syndromes, Ultimate DAPT, a randomized, placebo-controlled, double-blind clinical trial. Following percutaneous coronary intervention with stent placement to treat acute coronary syndromes, international clinical guidelines generally recommend dual antiplatelet therapy with aspirin plus AP2Y12 receptor inhibitor for 12 months to prevent myocardial infarction and stent thrombosis. However, data on single antiplatelet therapy with a potent P2Y12 inhibitor earlier than 12 months after percutaneous coronary intervention for patients with an acute coronary syndrome are scarce. The aim of this trial was to assess whether the use of ticagrelor alone, compared with ticagrelor plus aspirin, could reduce the incidence of clinically relevant bleeding events without an accompanying increase in major adverse cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events. Coming to methods, in this randomized, placebo-controlled, double-blind clinical trial, patients aged 18 years or older with an acute coronary syndrome, who completed the IVU-SA-CS study and who had no major ischemic or bleeding events after 1 month treatment with dual antiplatelet therapy were randomly assigned to receive oral ticagrelor plus, oral aspirin or oral ticagrelor plus a matching oral placebo, beginning 1 month and ending at 12 months after percutaneous coronary intervention. Recruitment took place at 58 centers in China, Italy, Pakistan, and the UK. Patients were required to remain event-free for 1 month on dual antiplatelet therapy following percutaneous coronary intervention with contemporary drug-eluting stents. Randomization was done using a web-based system stratified by acute coronary syndrome type, diabetes, IVU-SA-CS randomization, and site, using dynamic minimization. The primary superiority endpoint was clinically relevant bleeding. The primary non-inferiority endpoint was major adverse cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events, with an expected event rate of 6.2% in the ticagrelor plus aspirin group and an absolute non-inferiority margin of 2.5 percentage points between 1 month and 12 months after percutaneous coronary intervention. The two co-primary endpoints were tested sequentially. The primary superiority endpoint had to be met for hypothesis testing of the major adverse cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events outcome to proceed. All principal analyses were assessed in the intention to treat population. In findings, between 21 September 2019 and 27 October 2022, 3,400 of the 3,505 participants in the IVU-SA-CS study were randomly assigned. 12-month follow-up was completed by 3,399 patients. Between month 1 and month 12 after percutaneous coronary intervention, clinically relevant bleeding occurred in 35 patients in the ticagrelor plus placebo group and in 78 patients in the ticagrelor plus aspirin group. Major adverse cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events occurred in 61 patients in the ticagrelor plus placebo group and in 63 patients in the ticagrelor plus aspirin group. In patients with an acute coronary syndrome who had percutaneous coronary intervention with contemporary drug-eluting stents and remained event-free for 1 month on dual antiplatelet therapy, treatment with ticagrelor alone between month 1 and month 12 after the intervention resulted in a lower rate of clinically relevant bleeding and a similar rate of major adverse cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events compared with ticagrelor plus aspirin. Along with the results from previous studies, these findings show that most patients in this population can benefit from superior clinical outcomes with aspirin discontinuation and maintenance on ticagrelor monotherapy after 1 month of dual antiplatelet therapy.